Good, happy Thursday afternoon, April 30th, 2020. I'm Riley King, and thank you for joining us for this Thursday afternoon edition of Coronavirus Disease COVID-19, What You Need to Know. Let's begin this Thursday edition. First up, COVID-19 in New Hampshire information, what you need to know. Let's take a look. And here is a look. There are 2,054 number of people in New Hampshire have tested positive for COVID-19. 1,034,884 number of people in the United States have tested positive. 66 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 259 number of people who have been hospitalized with COVID-19 in New Hampshire. And 60,027 number of deaths from COVID-19 in the United States. This map of New Hampshire shows you where cases of COVID-19 are in towns and cities of New Hampshire. In Salem, 143 cases of COVID-19. This chart, new cases each day in New Hampshire in the purple, daily new positive COVID-19 cases in the orange, new hospitalizations, and in the red are the deaths. This chart here, current cases in New Hampshire in the purple, total current COVID-19 cases, and in the orange, current hospitalizations. And cumulative totals in the purple, total positive COVID-19 cases in the orange, total hospitalizations in the red, deaths in blue recovered. This chart here shows you age group. This chart here shows you female and male. This chart here shows you risk information. This chart here shows you race/ethnicity cases. And this chart here shows you percent of New Hampshire population. And again, your common symptoms: fever, lack of smell, cough, chills, and difficult breathing, how it spreads, and prevention tips. And that is New Hampshire's information of COVID-19. Now let's take a look at Massachusetts information. This is from Wednesday, this information. Thursday's information is not in yet, but once we get that information into our newsroom, we will be sure to share that information with you. New cases in Massachusetts, 1,963. Total tested, 265,618. Total cases, 60,265. Long-term care deaths, 1,982, and total deaths, 3,405. And that information for Massachusetts. Now let's take a look at the information from Maine. One new coronavirus-related death, 39 new cases reported in Maine. Let's take a listen to that video from WMTW News 8 Maine.
Hi, I'm Sherry Allen, proud owner of Mercedes-Benz in Portsmouth. We put every effort into making
new numbers from the Maine CDC this afternoon. There are now 1,095 total cases. That is 39 new cases from yesterday. 631 people have recovered, meaning right now there are 411 active confirmed cases. Sadly, one more person has died. That brings the total now to 53. The Maine CDC will hold its daily presser today at 2 o'clock. You can watch that live right here on Channel 8.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And now let's take a look at the coronavirus updates for the rest of the world. Potential COVID-19 treatment shows glimmer of hope, researchers say. A clinic trial of antiviral medication Remdesivir begun on February 21st. Today's biggest developments. Intelligence Committee examining origins of the outbreak. UK is past the peak, Boris Johnson says. Europe remains in the grip of coronavirus pandemic. WHO says. And USNS confront leaves NYC. And that does it for this afternoon edition. In your Thursday edition of Coronavirus Disease COVID-19, What You Need to Know. Thank you for joining us. Have a great rest of your Thursday. I'll see you back here tomorrow for another Coronavirus Disease COVID-19, What You Need to Know session. Goodbye, everyone.